Good
night. I tried to sync up with you, but I didn't do it well enough. Good morning.
Oh, it's an animation stream.
Good morning. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning. I'm eating porridge, so I'm sorry. I might sound a little gummy for a few minutes while I chew it. Chew it. You need to get me a reference image.
I do. Okay, so I'm currently. That was like magenta. Why it hurts my eyes.
Blame Mike. He supplied me with magenta.
Oh. Yeah, I need to find the reference image for you. So, over the weekend we finished up Quick Quest animation.
We did it. Woo!
And yeah, it's mostly done. This is a cool painted background that India made. Look, it goes all. Oh wait.
Huh.
Oh no, Photoshop's like, you want me to cache and animate?
Cough.
No.
Reference image. Cough.
Oh yeah. So India can get started. I'm gonna go find her a reference image I was making of our banner.
Yes, and I am gonna animate a banner for various stuff that we want to use it for, and it's gonna be us both in our office looking cool.
It's gonna be us in our office at least.
So that'll be the next couple of days animation probably. Also, hello Cinevations! Hello Rabbit! Oh, we're one sub away from 3K.
Whoa!
Quick, someone go and grab their friend.
And tell them nice things about them.
About themselves.
Yeah.
As flattery. And then say that if they were a really cool person, they would subscribe. That's awesome.
That's not what I wanted. That's just a photograph of you. There we go. It's going away now.
Show animations, it could be you. But don't feel any pressure, don't worry. It's okay. Ah, thank you, Show Animations.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! 3,000 subscribers. Booyah! We're in the big leagues now.
We've stepped up again.
Watch out, world!
We are in 3 numbers now.
I'm feeling large and sassy. Thank you so much.
Success. Okay.
Yes! Onward and upward.
This is not the time when I should have to remember things.
Well, nevertheless, here we are.
Yeah. Wait, was it maybe on my desktop in current projects? It wasn't. Oh wait, no, there's a banner folder.
I've almost finished my porridge, I swear. I'm sorry. We were out until 4 AM last night because Patrick's challenge from Texas is over. And we all went out and we sat in a bar and we chatted and had a good time together. And then me and Mike decided it would be a good idea to walk home.
It was a good idea.
And it took a lot longer than we thought it would.
It was a good idea.
And so we got in at like 4 AM and we're like, we're streaming in like 3 hours.
And that's now where you are.
But it was worth it because we got here and now look, 3,000!
3,000. I'm still looking. I can, like, I'm over here. I'm looking at stuff. Things are happening.
Keep looking. In the meantime,
yeah.
Guys, how are you?
How are you? Noah's working on a Frogger game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those like this game, but and then there's a twist. But he didn't tell me what the twist was.
A twist. I'm talking about a Frogger game with a twist. Reminds me of what is that thing called? The frog game with the massive twist. Frog Fractions.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wow, there's many twists in that.
It just keeps twisting.
It's a bit twisted.
Oh, Show Animations, it's 218 for you. My goodness.
It's 718.
Thank you for staying up to give us 3,000 subscribers. Do feel free to sleep though if you ever feel the need to sleep. You must be tired. And Jonathan, that's awesome. You welcome to your gesture drawing today. I have tried to schedule myself in now an hour of gesture drawing every day.
We got good gosh. Show Animations. I guess it's
a little delayed.
Oh wow! It just realized. Yeah, cool. We got alerts now.
Oh, they're not the right ones, but we have them. Something happened.
Yeah. That's cool.
Thank you. It's doing it 3 times. I'm not sure why.
It was three separate alerts. It was Show Animations on their main channel, Show Animations on their alternate YouTube channel, and Show Animations on Twitch.
Oh, thank you, Show Animations.
I can add a little to celebrate.
No, I am like super interested in what your game is and what it's going to be. That sounds awesome. Oh, awesome. Cats, yay.
The twist was that it wasn't grid based, and the longer you had the button, the farther you flew. Cool. That's very physicsy.
I will save Trash, but actually, now I've imported that.
Is it Doig brand?
Rafi, I'm glad you like the cats. I actually really like them too. Mikey's trying to find for me some reference I gave him. Maybe I should just search our Discord conversations.
Yeah.
Because you don't seem to be able to locate it.
My computer is running fairly well.
Give me a sec.
I'm gonna close some things.
Research this conversation. For banner. No results found. Okay. That's fine. I just go way up. Way away. So it's the start of a new week. How are you guys feeling? You looking forward to what's coming up?
Yeah, it's Monday, right? So things start on Mondays always. What's starting with you? Drinks tea. Wow, this was quite a. I don't think this was the right one.
I think what was the right one?
I'm trying to open a PSD file that says Doig and Swift brand, and I'm trying to find the PSD where I mapped out. Nah, this is the old one. This was the old one. Okay.
It would help if I could remember at what time in the year I sent it to you.
Is all your everything based around time of chronologically the folders go deeper kind of thing?
No, look, I'm looking for the one I sent to you and finding it really difficult to find.
We'll just talk, you know. This is
people don't come to see us do work.
Nah.
They're just here for our sparkling wit and conversation. Of course.
I should just search banner.
Have you not tried that yet? That's fine. No! Snake killed Dumbledore! Nanny? Show Animation says animating all day takes a lot out of you. Yes, I agree. What is flipper clip, by the way? I've never heard of that.
Flipper clip. Wait. What was the one that was on the Switch? It had like the two pieces of paper.
Snipper clip.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Nani?
Are you sure you don't have this reference image anywhere? Because I would really like to have it.
You just need the image, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, it's animation software for phones. That's really cool. Frog sees the statue of Lily Turty buried in the beach and says, "You ran it over, you maniacs!" Show animations, that must be really difficult to animate with your finger.
I mean, does this help? Or do you need the full? You probably need the full.
Really would like to have the full image. Jonathan, I'm sorry you have to go. We haven't even got our act together yet. Reference file, where for art thou? But Jonathan, have a great day. Have an awesome day. Fill it with adventure and the other delicious things. And thanks for stopping by. Oh, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Very good of you.
I need to close some things in Photoshop so that it opens the other thing.
Animations, maybe you should go to sleep. You sound tired. You sound so tired. Oh, rest your little head. No, look.
Well, it's still opening what I hope to be the file I was working in. So, no luck.
Great. Well, you're lucky that I happen to have saved everything I've ever posted on Patreon in one folder. So let me. I found it.
Have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Cool. That's good.
You found me for the last time.
Cool. So.
You found me for the last time. Cool.
Yeah, well, what you're telling me really is, Michael, send me the reference file you've already sent me that I already have. So, in fact.
Dude, I made the reference file that I sent to you.
Oh.
I just figured that since you used it to do this, you would have it.
Oh. Oh. Hey,
Okay.
Tibbs.
Hey, Tibbs.
Tibbs.
Hey, Tibbs. Hey, whoa. Hey, Tibbs. Whoa.
Whoa.
Is that an accent? I don't think it is. I think it's just me going whoa.
It might just be you going whoa.
Damn it, one day I'll be able to do an accent.
Yeah, so what India's doing this morning is she's going to animate us being like all swiveling.
Yep. Wow, chairs.
Swivel, because I have modeled and rigged some chairs, and I put them in a room.
Swivel on your chair like you just don't care.
It's still opening the file I asked it to open. I don't even think it's the. Well, there's our there.
Did you find it?
No. But there's our banner. Look, it's got Doig and Swift and stuff on it.
Swivel on your chair like you just don't care. Whoa! Yeah! Whoa!
Shiny Mation's like, this is a great stream. Stream.
Thank you, stream.
Yeah, so this was a banner that India made that this physically exists in the world somewhere.
Great stream.
Imbliel, how's it going? Says, hey, whoa, Imbliel, how's it going? Says Tips. How's it?
How is it going?
I can't help but read that in Elle's voice.
It's going good. I wish I could do Elle's voice. Like the sound of an angel crashing into a mountain. I don't know what that means. I like Elle's voice a lot. It's full of enthusiasm and love. I'm sorry, Noah, we can't ban Tibbs. She's the only reason we can still, like...
Function.
Yeah.
It's true.
She is our tech support. Also just hug supplier. Supplier of the hugs.
Close. Please close. Please close. Please close.
It's okay, Mike. Don't worry. Did you have a good time last night?
I had a really good break. Okay, so you know how we end every stream. Well, you wouldn't know if you're just here, but we end every stream with like, you know, may the rest of your day be filled with adventure. And yesterday ours was. So
yesterday ours was.
Yes. We spent the day with friends. It was nice. We went out for lunch and everything, and it was with Patrick and his partner Kay, and there was Katie, there was James, there was Mark O'Kelly, there was is it Hannah or Anna? Bo. Anna. Okay.
It better be Anna because I signed her book, Anna.
That's 3, and then there's you, and there's me. I think that was everybody. And then we had to like go home in the evening, like at around about 5, to finish up the Quick Quest animation and post it on a website that I'm not getting to because there's that. And then once we'd done that, we were like, they're out, like they're out listening to live music. So at about like 10:30 at night, we went back into town to meet up again, and that felt really strange for us because we don't usually try and catch a bus into town at that time. That's usually all the buses are gonna stop running now, and that's when you try and catch the bus out of town. So we went into town. It was an adventure.
It wasn't.
It sounds really mundane and boring, but it was exciting at the time.
It was an adventure.
Yeah.
We don't normally leave the house at all.
Well, yeah, that's the stakes in the comparison here.
Look how magic these pencil brushes are. I'm going to need a pencil brush.
Oh yeah, because you can do things with.
I can do pencil. The power of pencil.
And then we ended up hanging out in a nice quiet bar until around about 2 AM, and then we got Burger King, and then Indy and I walked from the city centre to our apartment, which took
2 hours.
A while.
So we got back at 4 in the morning.
No.
It was.
Was it?
Unfortunately.
Ah, shit. So that was 3.5 hours ago.
That's okay though, because after stream we'll have a nap. We will have another 2-hour nap or something.
I'm literally still just trying to close my eyes.
Oh my goodness, mate. Yeah.
Photoshop's not listening to me.
Had it gone rogue.
Oh, there we go.
So you need to stop it before its sentence develops into something more malicious.
I think I do. I do have to. Oh!
So what's going on with everyone else?
I'm Space Dad has discovered the trick to getting more day-to-day gesture construction mileage in practicing traditionally is to draw very small.
Yes.
I haven't drawn traditionally in a while, so doing studies figures about 1 to 3 inches high has been great.
Yes. Draw small is such a good tip.
That's how we do.
That's 100% how I managed to hit my deadline on Glim. Was literally I zoomed out to the
And
point.
never zoomed in again.
Yeah, basically.
That's why when you passed it over to me and I had to zoom in order to flat it, you were seeing it for the first time and you were like, no, don't zoom in.
Yeah, don't show me. Whatever you do, don't show me or I need to fix it.
Don't show me, bro.
Don't show me, bro.
This is reference.
It's a good tip, though.
This was. I discovered a cool thing. I can tap in it. No, that's very.
Yeah. Night, Noah.
I know.
It was nice to see you briefly. Go enjoy some sleepy sleep.
I discovered a thing where if you have like multiple layers of additive effects, you can create pretty cool lighting intensities. So it's like, pop, pop, pop. So there's this one, and then this one as well. If you, depending on layer order. So it's cool, nice lens layer thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Save that. Close that. Body. Here, tree. Close that. No.
Yeah, having Patrick here has been super nice. It's been really, really nice to be able to see him in person and hang out with him a little bit.
Eh.
He's not going until tomorrow, but it feels like he was here for such a short amount of time.
Only like 6 days. A week, maybe. Tip says her friend Nick decided to start learning Japanese and has roped her into it, so now Tip is learning Japanese.
Oh, Tip, that's awesome!
Oh.
I hope that we can pick up a little bit from hearing you do it, or seeing you do it on the Discord. That's great. It's a very cool thing to learn. What about everyone else? Anything interesting happen? Any developments? I swear the pencil tool is magical. It must have been unicorns what invented it. Also, tips. I caught up with Violet Evergarden.
You did.
Have you also caught up with Violet Evergarden?
What? Hardik said, I've started getting serious about me learnings and studies. I've just been fucking around.
Ooh, Hardik, tell us in what way you're getting serious. Tell us more. It didn't seem like you were fucking around from the outside, if there's any compensation. You were definitely still improving and getting better, so.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to hear this new Hardik regime.
The Hardik regime.
Yes. The Hardik incentive. Practice. Evolved. I'm trying to come up with a cool slogan for you. It might take some time, I'm not very good.
You're pretty good.
Practice. Better. You despise that candle animation, and you're drawing electricity, which is much better. Sebastian, next one is it, Tibbs? Okay, you're up to date on Violet's escapades. That's good to know. Because I have a question, which is that the end of the series?
Hey Anthony, welcome back.
I mean, it was a very good series, so I'm okay for it to be the end. I'm just sad if it is, because I really enjoyed the last couple of episodes I watched. Everything tied together so nicely. But it felt very much like a last episode, you know? I hadn't noticed that the line of time had dropped a lot, Tibbs, actually. Has it? Please expand on that a little bit. So it still says new episode Thursday. Okay, so it kind of ended. Maybe it's like a mid-season break or something.
Did it feel kind of cliffhangery or something?
No, it didn't feel cliffhanger. It felt very concludery. Like, I would have been okay for it to end there.
Huh.
Like, if it had ended there, I wouldn't have been surprised. And I would have thought it was a very beautiful story. As it is, I'm just happy that there's going to be more.
Colour me intrigued, because India watched that while I was continuing to work on some deadlines. So I have not seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, I think you're 3 behind.
What are we up to today? Today, India is animating. I saw it. It's adorable.
Yeah.
For a animated banner we're making that will be the new kind of header for our Patreon, YouTube, and Twitch.
Everything, one banner. And what are you up to, Anthony? Actually, maybe just zoom in so I can enjoy this up properly. If you watch the first few episodes, every shot has a reflection colour as well as shadows on the character. In the last couple of episodes, they haven't done that.
Huh, maybe they had to refine their pipeline to get them out for shorter deadlines, or...
Yeah, because I remember a couple of shots that you still do it, but I guess maybe they're doing every shot. Because I noticed it in a couple of shots in the last episode that we're still doing the kind of reflection colour. But tips must mean that they did on every shot and now they don't. It's a really beautiful effect though. I've never seen another anime do that before. There's also shots of eyes where it's easy to compare them with lines. Ah, yeah, that sounds like that would be super telling. Close-ups of eyes.
Ooh, Anthony is downloading Pokemon Ultra Moon and Sun to play.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. That sounds ultra. The next Pokemon that comes out, I really want to do Nuzlocke with Mike. I think that'd be really fun.
Would you do storylines or comics based on which characters meet their fates?
I don't know if I would, but I would do a let's play of it with you.
Okay. A harrowing journey across whatever region it is set in.
I don't know how we'd record it, but we've come to that. We've crossed that bridge when we decide if we're going to do it or not.
I mean, to be honest, we could do Nuzlocke on Sun and Moon. I'm not that far into that.
We could, but it would require one of us starting again.
I'm not that far into that.
I mean, would you be okay to start again though? Wouldn't you feel like, oh, you've lost your Pokemon?
I think the only thing that would detract, that it would make me not want to go through that again, is mostly just all the tutorial.
Oh my gosh, there is so much tutorial. It never ends.
I wish there was a way to turn it off, but they build so much of the plot around it. Well, not the plot, but like the narrative into it.
Yeah, it's all cutscenes.
That I would still turn it off.
Yeah, me too. I don't think you need that many cutscenes in a Pokemon game.
You really don't. Just let me go and fight Pokemon.
I guess, yeah. It's cool that they put extra effort into the story though in Pokemon games. It was always so simple before.
You know, sometimes simple is good.
That's true.
Sometimes you just want to play the game and not watch it.
Pokemon Stars is out, but you really want to try to on the moon. Oh, awesome! Stars. Ooh. That's a cool name for the kind of the extra game that they always do. And Tim says, also, I really hope Banner doesn't go back to the Letter of the Week anthology format because I like the show a lot more when it tells these longer stories focusing on Violet herself. I agree. But it's nice. It's nice the way that it brought back those episodes, though, in the longer story and made them kind of a part of it. I felt like a lot of the questions I had about the character and why they were doing certain things were answered by the recent episodes, which was really nice. But I agree with you, I really like these long format stories. It's kind of hard to, when she's going to not only a completely new location but meeting a whole host of new characters every single episode, it can get hard to properly put your feelings into them and care as much as you want to about them.
Yeah, when you have that kind of episodic, just small thread connecting you to them.
Yeah, because you have 24 minutes to get to know them and then they're gone forever.
Shit, I didn't know this.
It's a great series. Like I'm enjoying it so much.
That's a man. So I'm just going to work on Raven King stuff.
Cool.
If you're not, I haven't said. I'm just sort of doodling away.
So what kind of stuff are you working on today with Raven King?
Right now I was going to do like rough character sketches. The thing that is really missing from the whole process for me is really digging deep and knowing who the characters are.
Okay.
So I'm just going to spend some time with the characters, drawing and puzzling them out.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah. So what I'm doing then just now is kind of, do you know what? Do you know how you were talking about approaching projects from the end and then working backwards?
Yeah.
I'm currently doing a sketch of the character at the end. Or
that's really interesting. Like at the end
of...
Sorry, carry on.
Like where I see them arriving at visually.
You mean kind of like character development wise, the end of the arc?
Yeah.
That's super interesting, dude.
I wasn't thinking about it consciously until I started talking about it, and I was like,
Huh. Yeah, that's really cool. Hadn't thought of applying it that way, but that's like totally an awesome way to do it.
Spoiler, she gets a sword.
Tips. Yeah, that place should have had railings for sure. I was like, whoa now, careful there. I'd love to try and animate something as complex as Violet Evergarden at some point. So, like, I know that I'm not good enough, but it would be a great challenge. It would be so much fun.
You're not good enough yet. Is the key.
I'm not good enough, but I'm kind of okay with that. I just want to try it for fun, you know? Because I really admire it.
You said something to me the other day that stuck with me, in that the best you can do today isn't the best you can do tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of summarizing it, but that was the sentiment of.
Like, that was it. It was in the Patreon post.
Yeah. Like what you were capable of today, your true limits don't define your true limits forever, and you won't be able to push past them unless you hit those.
Oh, I remember you were saying that you were kind of scared with the project because if you did something and it wasn't
And it didn't work.
the best it could be, you've proven that you couldn't do something.
Well, I often hold myself back in projects. There's like the last 10% and the last 20% room for improvement. Like a safety net. Like, I don't mean to, but it's like the way you compared it to is if you're learning martial arts, they teach you to punch through the target. So like if their target is the chin or something, you're hitting them in the chin, then you punch aiming for the back of the head, so that your force carries through and doesn't stop at the chin. And I think when I work on anything, there's always that pulling of a punch, knowing that like if it doesn't work, then there's that safety of knowing, well, I could have done more, but I didn't, and then I'll just do more next time. Yeah, and it's like it's a false impression of everything, because it just means that you never put your everything into something.
Yeah, so you never know what your everything is.
People getting hugged.
Aww. Yes, hugs for Rabbit, hugs for Hardick,
Yeah.
hugs for everyone. If you could change one thing about Violet Evergarden though, I'd give her the face of that one character from Fooly Cooly. Oh my gosh. Replicate Violet Evergarden in 1 hour. Can you imagine?
You can do one frame.
What I'd like to do is, what I'll see if I can do is, if I can find 2 Violet Evergarden keyframes. Because that'd be a good way to check, is to try and do a few in betweens.
It would be a good challenge, just colour and light wise as well.
Yeah, just figure out how they do all the highlights and everything, how they draw those on.
Touching leads to babies, says Ryan.
It's true. It's true. Can't deny.
That is the path. Touching leads to the dark.
Also, welcome, Rennie.
Oh yeah, welcome to the stream, dude. Or do that. Or dude is non-gender. So dude.
Artie Tips.
No.
Have a good day.
No, don't go.
In the waterfall. Have a good day at work.
Bye bye, Tips.
Bye bye. Whoop.
Opa.
Whoop. So I finally got Mikey's own set of dice.
Yeah, they're very nice.
You haven't rolled them yet.
I haven't. Oh, shall I do it on
You should
stream?
do it on stream.
Yeah,
Yeah, do it on stream.
Okay. One sec.
Let's see how good a set they are, so that he can play D&D with his own set. The initiation, guys. The initiation.
I got it. They are described as speckled, stealth, polyhedral, 7-dot sack.
Sounds pretty spunky. Crack that case.
Rennie's like, thanks, I could never join because you stream at 1 AM PST, but back in my fucking ass.
Oh no! How are you still awake? Do you not need sleep?
I gotta do it. I got the D20.
You got them dice.
I got a 9. Almost a 19. I think that's a 9.
That's a 9.
It just kind of fell though.
It's a very average roll. If you do not actually roll it.
18.
That's a good roll!
Yeah. 3. Oh.
We know you came here for the sound of rolling dice.
3.
Look at him go.
11. We'll see. We'll see what.
We'll see. We'll see.
Hardik had a very weird morning dream today.
Go on.
Can you describe the dream in a word?
Tell us your dream.
Oh, have you watched the Let's Plays or something, Rennie? Is that what drew you to the channel?
Aw, thanks. Okay, we're not fully functioning this morning either. We had a super late night yesterday.
Is everything going okay with like your reference?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Yeah. Every DM in a 100-mile radius of you is running to your house right now.
Yeah, I know.
The summoning call.
You called!
He rolls 3s. I could have so much fun with that.
Oh no.
Do you reckon it's more fun for DM? I guess this is kind of down to the DM.
Yeah.
I guess some DMs have more fun when you roll badly, and some DMs have more fun when you roll well.
It's situational too. It depends if they want you to succeed or not. Like, sometimes they'll want you to succeed certain things and fail others for the bad story.
Yeah. I think for the sake of the story, it's sort of, mantra. What is good for the party? What is good for the story? Hardik dreamed that he saw Cora using her avatar state just to light up the dark place with glowy eyes. And there was Aang too, and I was like, huh, how can there be Cora when Aang is alive? And then it ended. I felt so confused in the dream.
Your dream didn't comply with canon, Hardik. You need to have a word with your brain.
But then, if you think maybe that Aang was having a future prophecy vision in which he met his future avatar self.
Ooh. It's kind of interesting, meeting avatars of the future instead of just past.
Yeah.
It sounds like quite a funny dream, though. I like the thought of them just using the avatar state in order to light dim places.
Yeah. It's like ultimate power of a light bulb. Imagine if they discovered a new bender, elemental bender that was like light and dark, and they could like bend shadows and light. How cool would that be?
We kind of went into that a little bit in Korra, where it's kind of like you're bending life energy.
And then Hardick wrote spoilers, which I won't read out.
Okay. She gets that back though, doesn't she?
Nope.
Well then, the future's all she has.
It's orange.
Orange, it's bright.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, you got it.
It's terrible.
No, like no.
You know what we're talking about? There's an advert in the UK where it's like the future's bright, the future's orange, because that's the slogan of the phone company, Orange.
It was.
It's terrible.
So they have no future. Probably died.
Oh yeah, Orange isn't around anymore.
Yeah.
How ironic.
There's no longer Orange Wednesdays where the cinema tickets were cheaper.
I love those.
Yeah. Encouraging people to conform to a day with review movies.
I think people just wanted it to be the same as Avatar: The Last Airbender had it. I know that I was sad that it wasn't written with the same amount of care, but then I learned that actually it wasn't so much like it wasn't written with care, it was more that they were screwed around so much by the production, which I'm sure you know about.
Yeah.
That there really there wasn't a way for them to write it as cohesively as they wanted to.
I think they were telling a different story, but I always felt like the conflict resolution in Korra never felt earned, and to the degree that it was in Aang's arc, where you always felt like the preceding episodes showed the character learning the lessons that he would then apply to how he. It just felt like the conflict for Aang was internal, and he had to either overcome himself or find a resolution that satisfied his own shortcomings that turned out to be strengths. It was cool. Whereas in Korra, I always felt like the conflict was external upon Korra, and she only ever felt like she changed on the surface, but ultimately remained sort of the same at a deeper level. I don't know, Korra always felt like she was stubbornly the same to me.
Yeah, I think a lot of my problems were with the writing and the pacing, and I think there may have been problems with just the fact that they weren't given the time they needed to write it properly, and they were effed around a lot by their deadlines. I mean, I'd say that the stories in Avatar, I'd say, are equally deep as the stories in Korra. I think though the characters are younger, the stories still resonate and have good life lessons to teach others. I love the message of the show Avatar. I think it's a really important message to tell about there being a choice between violence and non-violence. And yeah, Ozai was very one-dimensional, and I was kind of disappointed with that. So yeah, I agree with you there.
Was Ozai the Fire Lord?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But then also, I don't think he was a villain for a lot of it. I feel like a lot of the times the problems they encountered, or the air quotes, villains in the episodes with things like people's greed or like stubbornness to let go of history. Like they were dealing with larger issues than just Ozai. They were dealing with both the reaction to Ozai and just people trying to live together.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas I don't see a lot of that in Korra, of other people's problems and the wider context of the world and the personal stories of people from around the world are kind of lost.
That's interesting. Hardik says that The Last Airbender was about Aang's journey himself, and I guess his small group of friends and how they changed over that time. Whereas Korra, The Legend of Korra, wasn't about Korra, but it was about the whole world and how the Avatar's place within it has changed.
Yeah, that's a great observation, Hardik. I think that's probably one of my favourite things about Korra.
Like, one of my favourite characters in Korra is Aang's son.
Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he?
He's so good.
He's so good. But yeah, I love the world that they've established with Korra, where it's like, well, what does the Avatar mean now?
Yeah.
I think that was a great direction to take it in. Yeah, Nicholas, you ruined it a lot, you're telling me. Like, what's the iconic cabbage man? My cabbages! Yeah, I enjoyed both series.
Yeah.
For me, the Legend of Aang still has the edge, but I appreciate both, and knowing what they went through in the production of Korra has definitely helped me to understand why some of the issues I thought were there at all.
Yeah, because Aang, the 3-book structure, the 3-season structure was foundational.
Yeah, they knew how long they had to write it.
Yeah.
But with Korra, they kept getting fired too, which sucked. Cabbage Man's best character. 10 out of 10. Yeah, Hardik, my favourite series too. It's so good. We should just watch The Last Airbender on Rabbit together.
That would be amazing.
Like an episode a week or something.
I've only ever watched it through once, so
go through it. It's so good. And a lot of people, surprisingly, a large amount of people haven't seen it. And I'm always like, oh my goodness, if you are into animation and you want to see a story done really well and characters done really well, you should really watch this. It's awesome.
It's interesting reading the art book and where the characters came from, because the origin of them is they didn't come out on the page fully formed. They were very much of like a refinement process where the look was kind of there, but I mean, for instance, the original design of akin to the
Sorry, carry on.
Let me check. Yeah, we did drop some frames there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please carry on.
Yeah, and like it was a kind of process of like sculpting it almost into what it became, which it gives me like hope that like I'm trying to come up with a story and I have a lot of the kind of look feel narrowed down, but I don't have the specifics done yet. You know, like they kind of approached it in the way where they had a kind of visual concept that was rough and loose and had appeal, and then they kind of figured it out over time what to shape that into, add the meaning and everything.
Yeah.
Oh man, we stuttered.
Holiday crew will never watch the Avatar movie. Never!
Oh, not again. They picked like... Yeah. They made... The most curious thing about the Avatar movie for me was the decision to almost adhere to... Okay, the firebending in canon of like the show, firebenders are able to create flame, whereas in the movie they need a source of fire to bend, and needing a source is inherent in air, earth, and water.
Yeah.
And the fire never ever made sense unless it's just sort of like baking conduct out of the air that's already there.
Yeah.
Whereas in the movie they have a kind of plot point around the character creating fire. Like they made it special, which it interested me conceptually.
Huh.
Because it's like it adheres to the rules set for the 3 for the 4th, and then makes an exception, an edge case to show. They didn't do any lightning in the movie.
No.
Like the show uses its edge case as the creation of lightning. So.
That movie sure did make some interesting decisions.
Oh, that sequence with the airbenders. Sorry, no, the earthbenders, where it's like this massive, like, tiny effect.
Yeah, and the fact that these earthbenders, the entire plot point of the show was that we would put them on a metal ship where they were unable to earthbend because they're surrounded by water and there's no coal. But this time, I think in the movie we'll just like hold them prisoner in the mountains.
Yeah.
The entire reason for them feeling like rebelling was hopeless is like it's the fact that there's nothing they can do. When they're in the mountains, there's so much they can do. They're in their element.
They're literally in their element. That's great. Oh, we feel so suppressed. Yeah. Drop the mountain on them.
Yeah, there's like 30 of you.
Yeah.
And your powers combined. It was very silly. Might as well just run and push the person in water bending in slow motion. I know, right? Like the amount of time it takes to get over there. All the bending in that movie was kind of a joke, which is a real shame. Oh, sleepy.
Yeah.
How is everybody feeling? How are you all doing?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, I'm happy. That's good. You did a great job this day in quick class. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Has everyone seen that? All 5 of you?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm assuming so. Can I finish up the commotion?
Oh, cool. What are you doing?
Oops. Oh, I think I remember this. the animation commission with the robot, right? How's it going?
Oh, okay, cool. Animating hair at the moment, said Harley.
Well, probably not the robot, then, I guess.
Robots can have hair, don't they just get much hair?
I'm sorry, you're right. Trashbot has a fine head of hair.
Oh yeah.
Maybe because we put a wig on him.
You might even call it a mop of hair.
You could say it was a mop of hair. Get this mug drawn. Get this mug drawn. Get this mug drawn. Oh, thanks, Rennie. Yeah, go get some sleep. And sleep well, sweet dreams. Thanks very much for coming onto the stream.
Thank you.
Didn't mean for that to rhyme. It did. I'm a pro-it. I didn't even know it.
Oh, nice.
No, that wasn't. That was awful.
It's
Please
so
don't
good.
encourage me.
You should say rhymes with puns all the time.
Nice rhyme, dude. Nice partial.
Was that like a rhyming term you just laid on me?
It's what I call it.
Partial rhyme.
When you don't rhyme the last word in a sentence,
Oh.
but you rhyme one of the previous words in a sentence. It's probably a proper word for it.
Proper pun. And an improper pun.
One of them is told by British people, and the other type is told by everyone else.
You gotta have propriety in your pun usage.
You made some amazing puns yesterday.
Did I?
Yeah.
Trying to think.
There was a dude who saw in armour
Oh,
who had letters stuck all over him, and Mike was like, "Hey, it's chainmail."
it's because the letters were joined together with a chain.
It's so good.
He's an avid fan of pen paling.
Yeah, apparently.
Gonna give her a hip satchel.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, it might just be like a small pouch.
What's she keeping it?
Probably stuff that is meaningful to her. Like, I don't see her carrying too much stuff around with her. Because she needs to be able to move quickly. So I'd say she's probably got tools for starting a fire.
Yeah, flint and tinder.
Yeah. What else could be in here? You got any suggestions?
Dried meats.
Yeah, for like
Good.
long
Herbs.
hunts.
Like for antibacterial salve or like face paint to blend into environments.
That's a cool one. I like that. She does wear face paint.
Yeah, like various herbs and such, to show poison or poison for if she's trying to kill large animals.
Yeah, she's got anti-poison and poison in the same satchel.
Well, then give her 2 satchels. But that's the story.
Hello, thanks for the follow.
Thanks very much. But yeah, I find it much more interesting when you can say to someone, "What's in the satchel?" and they'll list off awesome stuff that's used in the story that like is actually relevant to the character.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what's in the satchel? And they're like, I don't know. Could be this. Could be this. And you're like, you put it on because it looked cool.
Yeah. I've not thought about it, but it occurred to me that she probably would have something like that.
Yeah, it makes sense for her.
Like, this character is used to doing long stalks and hunts of both fauna and larger creatures, so she needs something that will be able to help her survive longer times. Shelter's not as much an issue. She doesn't have to carry around tents or anything, because she lives in an area that is kind of built up and has hollows, so just something to keep warm, like a fire. I guess she would need fuel for the fire, but that's probably going to be collected there and then.
Slingshot ammo?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Don't know if she has a slingshot. She does have a bow though. So she should probably have like a quiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I really like the way the Monster Hunter does quivers, where they're sort of horizontal along like the hip.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that makes more sense to draw the arrows on. I wonder if there's any precedent for people in history using it that way.
You'd think so. Oh, it's too much. I'm gonna create a reverse of this.
Okay. The first frame of me is done.
Nice. So let's see, if she held the bow with her left hand.
Oh, like Link. Is she left-handed?
Well, if you're right-handed, you hold the bow with your left and you draw with the right.
Okay.
Usually, I think. Actually, it might depend on your feet stance more than your actual.
Yeah, if you're right-handed, you hold the bow with your left hand.
Yeah.
I just tried it out. I did a little bit of archery, so.
Oh, night, Rennie.
Night, Rennie. Oh, I already said goodnight to Rennie.
Oh, that was 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was an author. I was like, that. Oh, I already said goodnight to this person.
Sorry, I look back at the chat periodically and I respond.
Hello, Lean.
It's Lean. Hello.
Hey, Lean. How's it going? How are you? Lean. We're okay, thanks. Very tired today, but good otherwise.
Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days.
And how are you?
How are you getting on? Yeah. She's good. How are you all? We super tired. We were up very late because we were out hanging out with friends.
We're gallivanting around. Maybe a very symmetrical beard.
Oh wow.
I can feel you watching me now.
Yeah, wow. I was like, wow. There's a tree. Sorry, I turned around again.
I know, I can hear you. I hear that your voice is no longer facing me. What's everyone's plans for today? What you're up to?
She probably made the quiver herself. I think, like a lot of her clothing and all of the tools that she has, she might have made herself. Although,
or did you already have the quiver at the beginning?
She might already have the quiver, yeah.
So that's something that was made by her tribe.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll keep that as is. She might have changed it and tailored it though. I'm just thinking if she's like running and jumping around, then how do you prevent the arrows from falling out all over the place?
You put a cap on the end.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what a cool cap could be. I was trying, you know those like hiking sacks? Where it has a drawstring at the top?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe she does that.
That's cool.
Something that she can sort of pull and loosen.
Yeah. I will get this line right, even if it means that I have to use the manipulator to get it to go out I need it to go. So Aline, tell us some news.
Give us something to talk about.
Can't possibly talk about anything.
Alright, we've been going 90 minutes, so we tapped out.
I think more to the point, we're just extremely sleepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sleepiness is strong. Yo, Mia!
Hey, Mia Lacoste!
How are you? How's it going? How's everything?
Be a curious. Oh, no worries. You joined us at a good time. We're super sleep deprived and merry.
Yay!
And Gilly says, 07.
07. But I gave you a weird chin. I'm very sorry.
Don't give me a weird chin.
It's okay, I'll fix it. Kind of. I'll fix it properly in a sec.
You just hear the chair creak go,
If you turn around.
Oh, it's a military salute. I see. That's kind of cool.
Ooh. Musical perspective and Moodbox assignment. It's hard.
Is Mudbox the sculpting program?
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, perspective is super duper hard, Mia. Good luck to you. I'll be teaching you some really important stuff though. I'm just copying through. I'm sorry. My chair bumped against something.
I've messed up these legs a lot. Whoops. You just model a hand on Mudbox. Cool. It's one of my goals is to actually, like, the character I'm designing now, I kind of want to make a 3D model of her, and then rig and animate them. Oh shit! You have to draw a city in perspective, like a cityscape. Is it a scene as viewed from above? So you have 3-point perspective going on. You may even like get 4 or 5-point perspective in there. Cityscapes are a weird one where like there's the potential there that you can imply a camera rotation in the still drawing. Hardy's like 5-point perspective, yeah. Do it. You know those like panoramic photos? They have all sorts of points of perspective. These legs, they just awkward. Oh, you want to commission someone to model Lee's arm in 3D so you can get a good guide for if and when you animate it. That's cool. That shouldn't be too tricksy. 2 points of perspective for now only. Only 2? I guess you'll be viewing it from like a street level city scene then. I would have thought.
Well, that's better. I'm empty now. I've let the water out of the tank.
You've made space
No.
for more tea.
No more sloshing around for me. No, sir.
You ever had the thing where you drank so much that like if you moved you can like hear it slosh around inside you?
You know I have. You've heard me sloshing around.
I've heard you sloshing. I'm just figured over that.
Yes. Frequently.
Your stomach lining is too thin.
He is too good.
It's sort of ice, but not really. Okay. Yeah, Aline is good at perspective.
5-point perspective. Oh my god, 5-point perspective would be the scariest thing.
Nah, like you once you get your head around it, it's like imagining that sphere. Map.
I was listening to Hank and John.
Yeah, you were.
On the way to spa the other day.
Oh.
And they were talking about the phrase wrap your head around something. And how very much that is like an alien came to Earth and is trying to blend in with humans. And it's like, how would you say that you understand something? Ah, yes, I cannot wrap my head around it, yes, fellow human. Like if they have completely different anatomy. Because why would a human ever say, I can't wrap my head around it?
Well,
like wrapping your head around something is such a weird concept.
Okay, you kind of trodden on some stuff I actually know about.
Go on.
Okay. We are physical beings that exist corporeally in the world, right? You can't argue this fact. Like, well, you can, but for the basis of what I'm going
I'm not fucking corporeal.
we are mostly the same. Where we have a body, we have eyes, and we look forward, all that sort of stuff.
Physically very similar.
If you think about wrapping your head around something, that if you think about that as a thing to do, I'm seeing it as like looking at something from lots of different angles. So you're wrapping your head around is kind of the motion where you're looking at all sides of something in order to understand it. Even
no,
though,
I believe I can't get my head around this.
well,
I believe wrapping your head around something is a very different thing.
Well, that's the thing. If you can't get your head around something, you can't see it from all the sides, so something is still mysterious about it, and therefore you don't fully understand it. If you think about the word itself, wait. If you think about the word understand, that's standing under something to see a side of it that you wouldn't usually see.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But what I'm saying is that wrapping your head around it doesn't. Because saying I can get my head around that makes sense because you can physically get your head around that. Because you can walk around it and your head will go with your body and get around it. However, wrapping your head around something is something that humans are physically incapable of doing. When was the last time you wrapped your face around something, Mike?
Every time well, you can't physically do it because you've got bone structure.
Exactly. Suspicious, no?
Oh, so it's like, oh, if I had a polymorphic head, I'd be an alien. Mia asks a question that is, I got curious recently as to how you guys are doing since you graduated. Have you written about that somewhere on the Patreon and I've missed it? Wow.
I suppose that depends what you mean by how we're doing. Like, what in particular are you asking about, or are you wondering?
Because to give you the context of your question, I graduated university 9 years ago. So I've been doing differently for all of those 9 years, and no, I don't think it's something
We'd be happy to write about it, but do you mean like emotionally or mentally, or do you mean in terms of getting freelance work, or do you mean in terms of like personal projects or artistic development?
You know what, Rabbit, I think has hit the nail on the head.
Right.
So you wrap your head around your brain.
But it's already wrapped around that, so saying...
Yeah, but...
Like, that's like saying, I didn't understand the brain.
But, wait, but if you can't wrap your head around an idea, like, you can't contain the idea, and you can't, like, process it so that it, like, is in your head. Like, you're still wondering about it.
But the thought of having to wrap your head around an idea as if it's a physical thing is a very alien concept in itself.
Kind of, yeah.
I can't comprehend is one thing. I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
It's another thing.
It's like you can't understand the full idea, and therefore you can't contain all of it and all of its aspects, and therefore your head can't contain it. So you can't wrap your head around the idea because it's not fully in your head. I like it.
Yeah, but that's like saying you have absorbed into and wrapped your head around other ideas. Which again is a very weird alien way to look at it.
It's metaphor.
Is it?
Yeah, it's conceptual metaphor.
It's an alien conceptual metaphor.
It's a very human conceptual metaphor. Like, thinking about abstract concepts as being physical things is superhuman.
Yes, except normally those things are things that humans can identify with. And that's the point of making them into metaphors. Like, it's a cakewalk is another one.
Oh, I don't know that one. I know that one, but like, I don't know why that one.
As in, walking on cake is enjoyable? Or there's a thing called a cakewalk, which is enjoyable, where you get given cake as you walk.
I don't know the origins of cakewalk at all. Let's Google this.
Oh, I see. So Mia says on how to find work. So we both started in studios.
Oh, this took a dark turn.
What?
Not there, but
Huh?
let me just finish the thought on the cakewalk. The cakewalk or cakewalk was a dance developed from the prize walks held in the late 19th century, generally at get-togethers on black slave plantations after emancipation in the southern United States.
Wow.
So dig into that as you will, because I ain't
so
reading more.
Cakewalks, real things.
Hard I googled it as well.
Not a conceptual metaphor.
No. Yeah. Anyway, you were talking about
Yeah, Mia was asking about graduating and about finding work after graduating. So yeah, we could definitely write about our experiences of doing that. We both started in studios, which I think is good because it gives you a grounding with working with others and slotting into a pipeline. For example, since I left Boulder, a lot of the freelance work I've done has been informed very much by Boulder's pipeline.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's helped me to stay organised and to know how to schedule out projects and how to deliver my work, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because you'll have had to have adhered to the way that they time manage and project manage stuff. Because a lot of it is spreadsheet based, as far as I know.
Yes, like the spreadsheet that we had for the film comic is basically the Boulder system, but just repurposed for the comic because I liked the way they used it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I graduated university, I immediately applied to a game development competition that ran over the summer. Like I literally finished my honors degree, I had a week off, and then started a 2.5 month development cycle on a game. my voice is breaking. On a game demo, and through working on the game demo, that's what got me hired. So the thing about that process was I knew I wanted to apply to that competition for 4 years before I did it. So that wasn't a kind of...
It was decided already.
Yeah, like I was in high school sitting looking at the contestant, like the entrance of that competition in 2005, and I wrote my university application to that university because of that competition. I was like, well, they host the competition. Yeah, like this is how fucked up my my life trajectory went. It started in high school. It was like, what do you want to do? I want to make games. Cool. Who makes games? And then searching that, like, who makes games in Scotland? Oh, there's a games development. Like, I didn't know about games dev at all at this point, so I was like, googling it back in the dial-up days, and I stumbled on like this competition for students that, you know, because we were having to look into like which universities you want to go to. And I'm like, well, I want to do that. I want to win that competition. Like, so
you based your entire future plans on winning a competition?
Yeah. How cool is that?
Well, what happened when you didn't win?
What happened when I didn't win?
Well, you did win, but
yeah, I did.
It was the thing afterwards that threw you off, right?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do after that. I hadn't decided at all my life trajectory after that. I just been like,
you assumed that once you won, people would just be like, we need to hire you.
Yeah, which did happen. I did get a job. I got 2 job offers and stuff. But what I didn't, after that competition, I didn't have an aim. I just like stumbled into the next opportunity. I'm very bad for just going with the flow.
But also, I think though those 2 jobs were offered to you, I think neither of them made you particularly happy.
No.
Like they weren't particularly like well-known jobs with big studios that you admired.
No, neither of them were like one of them was slightly cooler. One of them was for a cooler studio that had worked on things that I would have wanted to work on, but the work they were offering me wasn't part of that. And one of them was like a local company that I knew of and had met, and were working on something that sounded kind of cool, but was very different and outside of what I would have aspired to be making. So it was an interesting decision for me.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I went with the safe option of the local one though, because it involved less unknowns. Like it was like, okay, if you accept this one, then you can start on this date, and it will just start. Whereas the other one involved me moving. Ironically, it would have involved me moving closer to where you were.
Yeah.
Geographically.
But
it's like my life was going, go to Birmingham.
But I think you were also in a relationship at the time.
I was, yeah.
Where you didn't want to leave that person behind.
Yeah.
To go somewhere else. I think that was a decision. That was a factor in the decision.
It was made out of love.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing at all.
No, like they had ties to the city more than I did at that point. But yeah, okay. Getting off track. That was kind of my route into the industry after graduating. Was like I aim to.
Please.
Hmm?
I aim to please.
I aimed to win that competition, and eventually did. Yay!
That's amazing.
You know what really pissed me off though is that the year that I had looked at, where they had the categories that were like they awarded like best artists, and the artists themselves got like individual prizes. I was like, fuck yeah, I want to win prize. But they removed that the year I was doing it.
Huh. So had you kind of assumed that once you completed the competition, a lot of big companies would contact you and you'd kind of be set?
I think I was hopeful of that. Like I was like that. Having a showreel and a portfolio is great, but actually working on something together with a team and having something like if you want to go into games dev, make games. Like essentially, no portfolio is going to be as strong as like having worked on something that's playable and that people can play and
yeah, your game is your portfolio.
Your game, yeah.
Games are your portfolio.
Yeah, like if you want to do something professionally, just
do it already.
Be doing it, like yeah, and that's effectively what the competition gave was a It wasn't the kind of thing where you work at home, you submit your thing, and you wait. It was very much curated. They brought all the teams over to work in the same space. We actually worked in our university library for over the summer, and they had kitted out like a couple of floors with it was like 5-man dev teams, and we just worked solidly on it like a full-time job.
And you were happy during that time, I think.
Oh yeah, it was good.
That's one of your best memories, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
From what I know from what you've told me.
Yeah, it was a cool kind of concentrate. I got really ill during it, and it was still good. Like I got ill and kept working. It's
Mark of pride.
No, it was like I literally there wasn't time to be ill, so it was the kind of it wasn't a cold or a flu or anything like that. It was self-inflicted, and therefore I was like, effectively, I went to a takeout and bought something that probably gave me food poisoning.
Okay, so you were ill, but you were only ill for a couple of days.
Yeah, it was like, at least 2 days of just like, okay, I need to rush off to the bathroom and then come back. Keep working. It wasn't like sitting at the computer being some sort of carrier for flu or anything. That was a good pizza though.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was so
Was
good.
it really?
It was an
Surely
yeah,
not.
it was nice. It was so good that I got another one at
Oh,
a
no.
later date just to see if like it was a one-off, and it was. Like that one didn't.
Okay. That's kind of okay.
Yeah.
It's bad timing.
Yeah, I don't know what it was in particular about that particular one that hit me hard. The thing is, I shared that pizza with one of my teammates, and he got hit as well.
Yeah, so you knew it was definitely that.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the question of like whether you should look for a studio or a freelance gig, Mia. I think it depends on what you want to make or do,
and what experience you want to have as well. Like, do you want to work alongside others in a shared space, or do you want to dictate your own time? You know, mind you, there is a heck of a lot of work that goes into scheduling yourself.
And discipline.
Like, people never teach you how to schedule. So you kind of have to learn yourself. And not only is it learning how to schedule, but it's learning how to schedule you as a human being. Like, how do you work best? And it can take a lot of trial and error and a long time to work out what routine works for you.
That's partially why India is like putting so much time and energy into writing about time management for the Patreon, because that unlocks a lot of
it's such a big deal.
Productivity. Yeah, it's like how to make stuff is only part of the equation. What I mean is how to make the thing you're making is only part of the equation. Actually making it and getting it done, not perfect, is a whole other ballpark to it.
This one's Imblia to wake me up every morning with a trumpet fanfare. I can do that. I can do that.
Get your butt out of bed. Hey, Empress Jolene, welcome back. How is your face?
Hey, Jolene. How's it going? Hope everyone has cats on their face today.
Ankama. Okay, that's awesome. So, are you familiar with Ankama, India?
No.
Do you remember Dofus and the other ones? I think Ankama are either involved in the game development of that or the animation. They're the animation studio. I know that they're like involved in creating Dofus and what's the other one that's very similar? Waifu. Waifu is something entirely different. Yeah, Waifu.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you want to get in there, make sure that you're making that standard of work already. Like, don't wait to get into the studio to assume your work will be pulled up by the studio.
Yeah, that is interesting, like aiming for a particular studio because they'll have a way of working. They make games, TV series, books, comics, and movies. That's a really cool mixing pot because you'll have so many different disciplines. Depending on how much they outsource and how much is in-house, you'll have so many like overlapping skill sets to learn from. It's a good studio.
Yeah, exactly. Assuming they all are in the same studio. And it's not a large company with several sub-studios.
Yeah.
If you want to get in on waifu, I got a few contacts. But yeah, we've seen the movie Dofus. It's awesome.
It's amazing.
I love the animation style from that studio. I think they're incredible.
Fight scene in the cat's house is so good.
All of it is great. It's definitely like one of the ones that I keep my eye on, just in terms of what they do next, because I really like their style a lot.
So yeah, I think if you want to get hired by Ankama, collaborate and make short animations that aspire to what they make.
Don't just aspire to it.
Like
do it.
Aim to make what they make.
You gotta have the quality there already.
Motherfuckers. Hey Walter, welcome to the stream.
Hello. But yeah, that's an awesome studio. It's cool that you sound like you know what you want, definitely already, because that gives you like an actual path you can follow. Big fluffy head. Yeah, we were talking about Waifu. We were talking about the animation studio behind it.
You know what?
What?
I'm just thinking, if you want to make Waifu-esque animations, then you could almost collaborate with other Waifu fans.
Yeah, I guess be careful though. Make sure that their work is like of an amazing quality. If you can, make sure you're working with people who are much better than you. So, like, if you're doing it for a portfolio and to get into a studio,
yeah, that's true.
Working with people who are very passionate as fans, but but might not be putting the work in, or be that concerned about making the work as it could be, can really pull down your own work. So just make sure that they have the same aim and, like, if possible, are better than you, so you can learn from them. There we go. We're getting there, bit by bit.
Is this dual concept I'm thinking about just now of you know, the done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about holding back on stuff. Like I'm combining the two, where I'm thinking about holding back to get it done. If you know,
I'm not sure what you mean.
I'm not sure what I mean either. Like, if you're trying to make something, and you hold back on it just to get it done.
How do you mean hold back on it just to get it done?
Well, take for instance making that quick quest animation. I was like, I want to do like dust motes and have some mist and then like try and composite ambient effects like that into it. And then I was like holding myself back from trying to do that.
Yeah, you were like,
maybe I can do that in a second pass, or maybe I can save that for later approach to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that stifled me creatively. And then you were just like, just do it now. Just make it as good as you can.
Like, why not? What's stopping you?
Yeah.
And you did.
I put them in.
And it was awesome, wasn't it?
It was the first step.
Did you learn a lot about doing it?
I trial and errored it for like 20 minutes. And I was like, this is kind of close to the effect that I want, and it's a step toward where I want to be.
Yeah, like I feel like we've got closer to getting something that we can use in other stuff. And that's thanks to you doing it. Which if you hadn't, we wouldn't have had that.
Yeah. I get into the mindset of if there's time. And I think it's kind of can be a little bit of a toxic mindset where you're like, I'll do that if there's time. Because what you're really saying is,
I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to make the time for it. Because ultimately, like, you'll fill the time with whatever there is time for.
That's the thing, is art will absorb as much as you put into it, so you have to have like cut-offs.
Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Manuel.
Thank you.
Welcome to the channel and everything.
Yeah, welcome to the stream if you are here.
So if you deprioritize something as a second pass or as a like, this would be nice, but then it probably you're like reducing the chances of ever doing it.
Just be really honest with yourself, I think.
I think.
Are you really doing it because you think it will be better on second pass and you know you don't have time to do it, or is it just that you're kind of scared of going for it?
Yeah, really question that. Like the feeling of it'd be really cool if, and then
because it's totally legitimate to want to leave something for a second pass.
It is, yeah. Like there may be cases where it is like you literally do not have the time to do an entire new effects pass. Like the thing about making a decision like that is it have an impact on either you'll put it in one shot and it'll look amazing, and all the other shots won't have it, and it will stand out in an inconsistent way. And therefore, when you do make the decision that's when you have the choice of, well, that's cool, but are you going to do it for all the other ones? Do you have time for that?
Yeah, consistency is as important.
On a project like Quick Quest, where there are only like 9, my voice, goddamn, there are only 9 shots to consider, then the holding back is like, well, only half of those shots will need this effect, if anything. So yeah, just go for it. Like, now's the time.
Yeah, basically don't hold yourself back because you're scared. If it's sensible and you feel like you're being reasonable, that's fair enough. Be honest with yourself as to when it is that you're just intimidated by something.
Yeah.
Because the best way to face intimidation is just face plant it and then learn from it and do it better next time. Don't put the pressure on yourself of getting it right first time.
Sounds like you're talking about something else. I was smiling.
What was that?
You've had difficulty recently thinking that something was the case, and I think my advice for you is let's try again. I think.
What was that?
Social situations where you want to talk to someone. And
yeah, but I mean, I made the point to you that social situations aren't quite the same thing.
They're not, because they include the human element, and persistence isn't always the key. Yeah,
saying I don't get on with this person, I should just keep trying and try harder, even though they don't seem to want to talk to me. Like, at a certain point, you're continually trying to talk to someone who doesn't necessarily want to talk to you. And yeah, that's not the best way to solve that problem. Sometimes, if someone doesn't seem to get on with you or want to talk to you, it's best to gracefully decide that you will leave that person be. Yeah, but that didn't make sense in the context, and therefore I was like, no, just try again. Okay. You're just scared. I'm always scared. You're always scared. I'm always
Trashbot has
angry.
something to say about that.
Does he?
Yeah. Wait. Does he say it on fear or afraid? Maybe it's fear. Fear.
It's okay to
fine.
be afraid, as long as it doesn't. As long as you don't let it stop you.
That's the one. It's okay to be afraid.
I know.
I love you, Trashbot.
I love you through my soul. That was me doing my impression of Trashbot.
Magpies have been watching me. Oh man. I don't even remember writing that one.
You might not have been you.
Chances are it was. Twashbot. Nah.
Trashbot.
How do I hair? Hair are difficult, says Hardy. I think you want to think of hair as groups and treat them as more like how to explain this? Like if you had a head of hair and you look at your hand and like fuck it. No, that doesn't work.
Are you sure you're just noping out of that?
No. Yeah.
I think what Mikey's trying to say is separate it into larger blocks.
Yeah.
And think about the shape and the weight of those blocks.
Yeah, hair clumps. So just have it depending on the type of hair. What type of hair are you animating?
I find it easiest to do the hair as a whole first, and then on other passes through it to start separating it out. Because that way I'm making sure that the larger shape is working first.
It'd be the same approach that I would take to if you're drawing a tree. You have blocks of leaves, which are grouped as values together. That's my tree.
It's my tree. Medium open hair flowing backwards with wind.
Medium open. What is like
I think
hair
it's
that's not tied up?
Yeah.
But yeah, rather than trying to draw each individual leaf. That's a really shitty drawing. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. And then you know, I should study hair. I know the theory, I know the principles, the gas, I can say them, but like actually putting into practice, oh boy.
Let me see if there's a 100 Tuesday tips one for hair.
There probably is, yeah.
Because those things are great. So let me have a check. There's a couple called Grizz and Norm, if you don't already know. And they made a book, and I think they're making more books based around this idea, where every Tuesday, they work for Disney, and every Tuesday they would do a tip and they've collated them into a book, and they cover all kinds of things. So let me see if I can find one for her.
Do you know what would be a good practice, maybe? Is if you find photographs of hair, and then, for instance, portrait.
So here we are. So let me have a look here. I'd like to look at this figure if I can, but it's not going to let me. Do I want to go to character design page? I don't know. Let me just zoom in.
I hate that Google has like changed up the way that it allows you to view search images. Also, that image is tiny.
So these things are great to look at. The 100 Tuesday tips. Let me see if I can find any more that they've done on hair. We've got some on drapery, which is very similar. But yeah, these things are fantastic to look through. I can't see any more in hair, but they have all these kinds of things. Which are really useful.
I'm doing like a really, really spotty like paint over of kind of groupings that I'm seeing. This is just me winging it, but like hair sort of like has a root and then comes out and then folds over in gravity, so you usually get like surface thing where you have like comes out from a curved surface from the scalp, and then this is like one layer almost, I guess. But then you have the origin point of another kind of group underneath that gets layered under it. This really depends on hair types though, because like more frizzy hair has other rules. So, yeah. Maybe think about it where on the scalp the origin of the group of hair is, and then think about it as like layers of clothing almost. This is their t-shirt. This is their hoodie. This is their hood. Ah, yeah.
Well, it's time to call the stream.
It's what we're going to call it.
Nap time.
Nap time. Gotcha.
Nap time, I think. For me and for Mike. But guys, thank you for joining us this morning. I'm sorry it's been a bit slow starting and that we've been kind of tired, but it's been nice to hang out with you.
It's been really cool.
Nice sleepy stream.
If you want more of that Doig and Swift content,
that's sweet, sweet content.
Be content with our content. We put up a post yesterday and you can see the quick quest animation. So I'm just going to link that because I'm really proud of it and it's nice to work on with Swifting.
Okay.
So.
Well, I wrote a little bit about scheduling big projects if that's helpful, but no pressure. And thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
It's been really cool, and we hope you guys have a great day. Good luck with all your projects. Hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow. And I'm using the pencil tool. What do you know? Guess an old dog can learn new tricks, huh?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you guys so much.
I really appreciate your time and all your input. It's been fun talking to you guys.
Looking great, Mike.
Thanks. Yeah. The pose on the right was done like more naturally, but I'm trying to work out like front and back.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone. We'll probably catch you all tomorrow.
Yeah, see you soon.
Yeah. And may the rest
Of your day
be filled
with adventure.
Get your butt out of bed.